Hi. Today, let us discuss the important issues in the newspaper. The first issue is the Supreme Court stays the trial court order summoning the Manmohan. So, actually, the important point over here is the Supreme Court, the counsel for Manmohan Singh, Mr. Kapil Sibal, argued that any authoritative pronouncement, any authoritative saying by the courts on the interplay between the governmental decisions and criminal prosecution under Prevention of Corruption Act 1998 in a liberalized economy, there has to be some clarity, there has to be logic. So, and he says a clear line had to be drawn, especially when public servants were being criminally prosecuted for governmental decisions. In a liberalized economy, the way how the investigative agency sees the corruption is different from actual practice of administrative decisions. So this is what is particularly highlighted by Kapil Sibal and coal scam. Next is, around half of Indian children under 5 are stunted. Under 5 children, so under 5, half of them, 48% of the children are stunted. So whenever the growth is stunted, it means that they have the chronic malnutrition. And it also says that 59% of the children under the age of 5 are anemic. Anemic means they do not have sufficient quantities of hemoglobin. And next is, even the situation of the woman is not very good in India. So where we can use this information? So this particular information can be used in the health section of the paper too. And this particular information will be helpful in closing your answer. That is, the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition in partnership with Amway, in a survey conducted, in India, close to 50% of the people under 5 children are malnourished. So that way we can use this particular information. And next is, the Modi's government new trade policy. So what it says is, the foreign trade policy, what it says is, it aims to create $900 billion exports by 2020. And the next is, along with that, to ensure the stability and consistency, the 5-year policy will not altered annually, which is an important point. So with the mid-course review, it will be evaluated only after 2.5 years. It means in between annual changes will not be changed or will not be altered. These are the things which we need to understand. And next, coming to the central page, there are 2 important articles on the central page. The central article is about the ARP and the 1935 parallel, which I am not very much interested in. The case that brooks no further delay. It talks about especially the Babri Masjid case, and where the pre-trial proceedings are continuing for the last 22 years. And that's why the article talks about justice delayed is denied, and it has to be as soon as possible, and more than that, that article is of no relevance. And a retrograde move. Here understand there are 2 things we need to remember. The cigarettes and other tobacco products packaging and labeling rules 2008 and WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control. These are the 2 things. The WHO Framework Convention says that the pictorial messages are necessary to control the smoke. Now in this case, Australia went ahead and it said that no branding has to be promoted with regard to the cigarettes. So in this context, in India, what is been said is the rules, that is cigarettes and other tobacco products packaging and labeling rules 2008 said that on the cigarette packet, now oral, these things are being written, and the picture is not more than 40%. So as per the changed things in 2008, the picture or pictorial warning has to reach to the 85%. And this particular thing need to be implemented from yesterday, and it was deferred by the health ministry. So that's what is the retrograde step according to the Hindu. And next is governors and guidelines. So what this article says is, so he has provided altogether a different view. So the governor's office is not a public employment. So it means that the Supreme Court judges, they are not made explicitly ineligible for this particular job. So it is up to the judges and the government of the day to decide either to take up the governor's position or not. The second thing is this. It also has said that as the government changes, the governor has to offer a unconditional resignation to the government of the day. The reason being is the office of the governor, as like the attorney general and other law officers, needs the mutual confidence between the government of the day and his office. And once this confidence is diluted, then there is no point in continuing the office. So that's what is the thing. According to him, the Supreme Court also did not clearly lay down the rules. As per the eligibility criteria, age and citizenship, more than that, there are no eligibility criteria. And the Supreme Court has said that the pleasure of the president shall not be used or withdrawn on grounds of political incompatibility or any arbitrary grounds. But it does not provide any preemptive relief. So it means that only you can go to a court if you feel there is an injustice happened. Injustice happened. That's only the thing which was discussed over here. So in this context, so it is not, it is beneath the respect and dignity of the office of governor to go to a court. So according to him, it is better to resign. The Justice Sarkaria and Venkatachalaya commissions, they have given such a broader guidelines in the appointment of the governors, but these are not being followed by the governments of the day. And next is my choice video of Deepika Padukone, other celebrities, which was directed by Homi Adachania. What is this says is, the feminism is wrongly projected and it is just the voice of so-called as celebrities. Here the feminism is projected without a substance and demean the role of the men in promoting the equal value for women. That is what is the major article, the essence of the article. So, it only talked about the rights and empowerment of the women in the personal sphere, but did not touch the public sphere. The issues in public sphere such as financial independence, going to work, speaking against abuse, rape, everyday sexism, domestic violence, etc. The most important aspects for the women, they were not touched in this article. That's why it's a very superficial exercise according to the article. And now, these are the articles which I wanted to cover in today's class. So now,